Hey guys, Mike Smith again here with my distal bicep tendon rupture repair. Right now it's 4 weeks post-op, 2 weeks since I got the cast off and put in the metal device, and I've had I've had three rehab sessions. The first one they told me I had to come to. The first one was 2 weeks ago, and I had to go. My post-op was June 2nd. So then they said I have to go to rehab, and then they said, okay, you have to come to the first rehab. After I did the first rehab, she said I have to do 2 times a week for 4 to 6 weeks because I wasn't pronating supination. I was like at 4 degrees or something like that. And I think that was mainly because I was just worried about her touching me, and my arm's been in the sling and been casted up, so I was kind of worried. Then the second session, which was 3 days later, I was at pretty much 90% full range of motion. And she was like, "Okay, so I guess you were like, not you were all right." So I went to my third session, and that was 3 days ago, 4 days ago, and they told me that my pronation and supination are all good. I got full range of motion. She said still stretch out a little bit, but other than that, I'm going to these therapy sessions basically until the 29th. I got one more session before the 29th, and it's just basically, she said, you're just going to have to go through the motions because you got full range of motion, and I can't let you do anything else until the doctor gives me clearance. So 29th of June. Today is the 17th, so 29th of June. I got one more session, which is this coming up Tuesday. So 17, 18, 19, 20. On the 20th, I go, and then I go to the doctor on the 29th for my second post-op. So basically, I have to go through the motions on the 20th, and then on the 29th, the doctor hopefully will put me on some kind of weights. I'm not supposed to lift anything. I'm supposed to lift my arm still. Do the assisted lifting. Can't lift anything over a pound is what they said. But I've been lifting stuff and not really being a good patient. But my arm feels fine. Feels tight here, but that's gonna be tight just because of where the surgery was at. The scar is pretty much healing pretty nicely. I got to work out the scar tissue here. But I feel the tightness here, but I'm full extension. She said I'm full extension. I'm pretty much, I come up here, it's not bad, I don't feel any tightness on there. And then on my supination, it's pretty much all the way out as far as it can go without any pain. And pronation all the way through. So we'll see what the doctor says on June 29th. Hopefully it's just like couple pound weights instead of it starting me off with 1 or 2 pounds. Hopefully it starts me off like a 5 or something like that. I was doing the squeeze hand thing because your hand does get tight, your fingers get tight, and my wrist, doing the exercises and stuff like that, everything's fine with that, but it gets tight and you can feel it. It's just because you don't really use it, or you're using it too much because you're in a cast and you're in that brace and you're like, oh, I can't use my whole arm, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick things up with my finger. So you kind of get sore from that. But other than that, we'll find out on the 29th what kind of rehab I'm gonna get, and but everything's going pretty good. I'm very surprised. As much as I've been seeing on YouTube, people can't even pronate and supinate until like the 6th or 7th week, and I got it off the second week out of surgery, or the first week out of second week out of surgery. So I was like, okay, this works. So I'll keep you posted, and if you have any questions, go ahead and post them. All right, thanks.